Meet the HAL Tejas, India's answer to modern air combat, hailed as a game-changer by Indian defense channels. They've marketed it like it's the fighter jet equivalent of a Swiss Army knife. Lightweight? Check. Tech-loaded? Absolutely. Capable of single-handedly turning the tide of global warfare? According to the hype, sure. You'd think the whole world would be fighting over it. Spoiler alert, they weren't. In fact, the Tejas was pitched to several countries, but somehow, nobody swiped right on it. But hey, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Australia and the Tejas, the sales pitch that didn't land. First up, the good old Royal Australian Air Force. The media was buzzing, Australia was interested in the Tejas. Indian defense channels quickly suited up, ready to sell it like it was the latest smartphone, promising everything from cutting-edge avionics to a cup holder, probably. They threw in compliments about Australia's Air Force, praising them like they were about to make the deal of the century. And then, silence. Not a peep. Australia swerved away like they accidentally clicked on a phishing email. They might have gone with the F-35, but who cares about little details like that, right? The important takeaway, they didn't buy the Tejas. Indonesia, close, but no Tejas. Next on the list of interested buyers was Indonesia. Rumor had it that they were seriously considering the Tejas to replace some of their old jets. Cue another wave of Indian defense videos, where Indonesia was suddenly their new favorite country, with their air force being described as mighty and legendary. Surely, this was the moment Tejas would spread its wings and conquer Southeast Asia. Not quite. Indonesia also politely declined the invitation to join the Tejas fan club. They probably looked at their Sukhois, gave them a pat on the wing, and decided to stick with what they knew. Can't say we blame them. Eurasian Times, a world of interested countries. According to our friends at Eurasian Times, the list of countries interested in the Tejas kept growing. Malaysia? Interested. Argentina? Thinking about it. Sri Lanka? Why not? You'd think the Tejas was the world's hottest club and everyone was lining up to get in. Each time a new country was mentioned, Indian defense channels got all giddy, like they were trying to sell the last slice of pizza at a party. They praised the air forces of these nations so much, you'd think they were writing love letters. But, you guessed it, no one bought it. Maybe they were just window shopping. The Tejas sales tour, pitches and praise. Indian defense channels didn't let any of this slow them down. They kept pitching the Tejas like it was the secret to world peace. Every time a country showed even a hint of curiosity, the praise machine kicked into high gear. The perfect fit for your air force, they'd say, while showing slow-motion clips of the Tejas flying through clouds, probably set to dramatic music. They talked about the jet's capabilities like it could cook, clean, and maybe even pick up groceries. But despite all the glittering praise, each potential buyer calmly stepped back and said, "Nah, we're good." It's like they all shared some inside joke we weren't in on. Maybe the Tejas didn't come with a warranty? The rejections pile up. After all the excitement, all the rumors, and all the enthusiastic YouTube videos, the reality was a little more grounded. None of these countries signed on the dotted line. The Tejas stayed parked in India, its wings probably drooping a little from disappointment. Maybe they were all waiting for a 2-for-1 deal. Or maybe they just couldn't handle all the awesomeness at once. The world may never know. Conclusion, the Tejas, an international no-show. So, what did we learn today, folks? The HAL Tejas might be a decent jet, heck, it might even be a great jet, but it turns out no one else wanted to be the first to find out. While Indian defense channels were busy imagining the Tejas flying high in skies from Australia to Argentina, the rest of the world was quietly browsing for other options. But don't lose hope. Maybe the next big international buyer is just around the corner. Or maybe HAL should offer it to Mars. Their skies are definitely wide open. Bonus, next buyer, Mars? Because if no one on Earth wants to take home a Tejas, why not pitch it to an entirely new planet? Tejas, ready to conquer the Martian skies, because Earth wasn't ready for its awesomeness.